So thanks for coming along to this May Day edition of Breathing Buddies. Happy Beltane, everyone. So yeah, this is. Do you know what this is? This is Breathing Buddies number 19, and I think it's the first time I've felt really warm whilst doing it. I'm in a garden office, and it's actually quite hot today. I wish I knew some breathing exercise we could use to cool down, but I don't. But what I do know is that along with the warm weather comes pollen, and with that comes a bit of nasal congestion. So we should be able to do something about that. So we're going to start off with the nasal congestion clearing exercise. So if you haven't done this before, we split into two groups. Group A, people in generally good health. People in Group B, anyone who's not in not quite so good health. Heart disease, diabetes, pregnant or think they could be pregnant, any severe mental health illnesses, any recent surgeries. Just be sensible. If you think you aren't on top form today, then just place yourself in Group B. So yeah, the instruction for this, what we'll do is we're going to breathe in through our nose, and I should say throughout the session, try and breathe through the nose the whole time. You're going to breathe in through your nose, then out through your nose, and then you cover your nostrils. I'll say pinch your nose, but just cover the nostrils. Nod your head. And we'll nod our heads. If you're in Group A, you're going to nod your head as long as you can until it's starting to feel quite uncomfortable. You know, push beyond that point where you feel like you need to take a breath and just keep going. And then you breathe in through your nose, and hopefully you'll feel some relief from any congestion you might be experiencing. If you're in Group B, what I'd like you to do is the same thing, but when you get to that point where you feel like you need to take a breath, just stop at that point. Maybe it'll depend on you, but 15 or 20 nods of the head. That might be all you need. The longer you can do it for, the more pronounced the effects are. So when we're ready, breathe in through your nose, then out through your nose. Pinch your nose, cover your nostrils, hold your breath and nod your head. And if you've got a bad neck or anything like that, you could always move side to side if that helps. It's just about kind of gently increasing the metabolic load while we do this. Group A, going for as long as you can. Anyone Group B, just stop at that moment when you feel like you need to take a breath, and then breathe in through your nose when you're ready, and hopefully you'll feel some relief from your congestion. Now that works. Well, actually, you know what? This is the weird one. We don't fully understand why this works, but what does happen when we hold our breath is that carbon dioxide builds up in the blood, and that's our primary trigger for respiration, for taking the next breath. So we have to wait till that lows again. Otherwise, if you try and do the exercise again now, you won't be able to hold your breath for anywhere near as long. So we're just going to take a few normal breaths, and then we'll have another go before we move on. Should say as well, this is the seated version of this exercise. If you are up and around the bounce, you can do this by walking around rather than nodding your head. Breathe in and out. Hold your nose if you don't feel silly. If you're at home, you don't have to if you're in public. It works better if you do cover your nose. Then walk around and walk a little bit faster than you normally would, and that has an even more pronounced effect. You might have to do it 2 or 3 times, but it should really help to open up the airways. So when we're ready, let's go again. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Cover your nose, hold your breath, nod your head, or move side to side. Just get some movement going on. Group A, going for as long as you can. Group B, stopping at that first sign that you feel like you need to take a breath. Oh, we've got some excellent breath holders in tonight. This is great. There we go. Right. Now just taking a few nice, easy breaths. Let things settle down. If you do suffer with nasal congestion, that can be a really cool trick to have at your disposal. So what we're going to do now is my favourite, very gentle exercise called many small breath holds. So the instructions for this will be to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, cover your nose and hold your breath, and I'll count down from 5 to 1, and then just breathe normally, normal breath in and out. 2 or 3 breaths, 10 or 15 seconds, and we'll repeat. So when you're ready, breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose, hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just breathe normally a couple of times. 2 or 3 times. I'll guide us through it It might sometimes be more than 10 or 15 seconds because I have a tendency to waffle, but I'll try and keep it concise. So when we're ready, we'll go again. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And pinch your nose and hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally through your nose a couple of times. So this exercise, first of all, helps to just slow things down, normalizes breathing rate, and it starts to normalize breathing volume as well. Over the course of a minute or so, we should find that we're breathing less air than you have been prior to this. So when you're ready, let's go again. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose, hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally through your nose. So when we breathe through the nose, it stimulates the production of nasal nitric oxide. And when we pinch the nose and hold the breath, it's pooling in the nasal sinuses, and then we inhale it when we take that first inhalation in after holding the breath. So when we're ready, let's go again. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose, hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally through your nose. And nitric oxide is fantastic. It helps to clean the air. It's an antihistamine, useful this time of year. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial generally. It's also a bronchodilator, vasodilator. So you can find after a little while, you might find you start to feel like you need to cough, or it might loosen any mucus on the lungs. But it's another way of just opening up the airways deeper inside the lungs. The first exercise opens it up in your nose and around your nose. This is helping to open up the airways in your lungs. So let's have another go now. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose, hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally through your nose. What we're also doing now is just adding a teaspoon of carbon dioxide, extra carbon dioxide into the mix. We added quite a lot before, I guess, with the first exercise, but with this, just helps to increase the levels of carbon dioxide in the blood. And that also acts as a vasodilator and a bronchodilator around the lungs. So it's just everything we're doing now is helping to improve gas exchange in the lungs. So when we're ready, we'll go again. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose, hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing normally. And this is a bit of a catch-all. This is a wonderful exercise to do first thing in the morning. It helps you wake up, and you can do it last thing in the night to help you kind of chill out before bed. It just works with the state that your body and mind is in at any given time, and it helps to get us calm as well. So one more round before we move on. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Pinch your nose and hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally through your nose. Okay. Just taking a few normal breaths, whatever feels normal to you right now. Then we're going to move on to an exercise called Breathe Light. So for this, you might want to sit with one hand on your chest, one on your belly, just above the navel. If it serves you right now, you can close your eyes and just kind of head inwards. And just begin just by noticing. Not going to change anything just yet. What's going on right now? How are you feeling? Are you present here at Breathing Buddies, or you may be still partially back at work or back in whatever you were doing earlier in the day, or thinking about the future? Can you be a little more present right now? You notice anywhere there's any tension in the body? Maybe checking with your jaw. You often hold tension in the jaw. You just give it a little wiggle. Shoulders, another classic place for holding tension. Maybe you could roll the shoulders if you need to. Back and down. Get that neck nice and long. And thinking about the little muscles around the eyes as well. Can you bring some lightness to your closed eyes? Now let's take the focus to your breathing without changing anything just yet. How are you breathing right now? Would you say it's slow, fast? Is it deep into the belly, or is it a tendency to be breathing maybe slightly shallower into the chest? Again, not changing anything. Now taking the focus specifically to your nostrils. Noticing the air as it moves in and out. Slightly cooler air as it enters your nostrils on each inhalation. Slightly warmer, conditioned air leaving on each exhalation. This exercise is really useful for measuring your concentration, your power of concentration, and nurturing it as well, developing it. How long can you keep your mind on this flow of air in and out through your nostrils? If you find that your mind's wandered, and it will, it's the nature of mind to wander, just bring it back to the slightly cooler air entering your nostrils with each inhalation, slightly warmer air entering on each, leaving on each exhalation. And now we get around to the actual instruction for this exercise. Now we're all a little more aware of the process of breathing right now. It's a simple instruction. It's to breathe a little bit less air. So if you've been, however much air you've been breathing with each breath, whatever that volume has been, if that's 100%, can you reduce that to about 70%? Now the goal of this exercise now is to cultivate a little bit of air hunger. So that is the feeling that you would like to be breathing a little bit more air or taking a slightly larger breath. And this needs to be a tolerable amount of air hunger, a tolerable amount of, could be discomfort, but that, that feeling of needing to breathe a bit more. We just want to step up to the very edge of that. And then if possible, hang around there. Just trying to breathe a little bit less air than you feel comfortable doing so. And if it starts to feel too much at any point, if you do start to feel your breathing becoming erratic, or you start to get any kind of notion of a panic feeling, you just step away, take some fuller breaths, let your breathing calm down, and then rejoin us. So when we breathe a little bit less air, we are counteracting the chronic hyperventilation that exists in the modern world, that is breathing beyond our metabolic needs. And we're allowing carbon dioxide, the byproduct of respiration, to increase in concentration in the blood. Makes the blood slightly more acidic. Carbon dioxide is, some of it is dissolved as carbonic acid. And when this happens, some really good stuff starts happening around the body. It's a vasodilator, so we get improved blood flow. On a day like today, you probably don't have cold hands, but on a colder day, this exercise can help to warm up your hands, maybe even warm up your feet. Also improves blood flow, very importantly, to the brain. Just breathing a little bit less air than normal. Riding that tolerable edge of air hunger. Carbon dioxide is also the catalyst that allows hemoglobin to release oxygen where it's needed. So we get improved blood flow and improved oxygen delivery to muscles, tissues, organs. You can actually bring a profound sense of calm to the mind because we're flooding it with blood, flooding the brain with blood and oxygen. And we've been spending all day breathing a little bit faster and harder than we perhaps needed to. We've been working with diminished amounts of carbon dioxide in the blood. So I'm going to spend another minute or so in this state. Just try and find that edge of air hunger and sit around it. I like to use the analogy of surfing. You've got to catch the wave. If you don't catch the wave, you don't get the benefit. But you also don't want to get wiped out by the wave. It's a balancing act. Okay, we're going to end this exercise now. You can rest your hands on your lap. Take some fuller breaths, some easy, relaxed breaths. What I'd like you to do now is to concentrate on breathing deep. This doesn't mean breathing big, it means breathing low into your belly. So now you're going to be taking deeper breaths, fuller breaths, but fewer of them. Feeling your belly move outwards with each inhalation, contracting inwards with each exhalation. Feeling the ribs expand laterally. If you concentrate as well, you can feel the back body moving out as well with each inhalation and contracting inwards. This breathing in 360 degrees. So we're taking fuller breaths, feeling the abdomen like we're blowing up a balloon inside the abdomen. But fewer of them. Now while we're doing this, while we are creating some parasympathetic tone, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, I'm also going to add in some counting. To kind of get a breathing rate to a relaxing place. And also we'll just do some couple of counted exercises from yogic pranayama. Really just see how they make you feel. All the time, concentrating on breathing through the nose and breathing low into the belly. Big, full breaths into the belly. We don't need to expand the chest. So first of all, I'm going to be counting as inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5, a simple 1-to-1 ratio. So we need to get in sync for this. So when you're ready, exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in. Last round, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just take some easy, relaxed breaths. Just let that settle. See how that's made you feel. What we'll do next will be a count in for 4, hold for 4, then out for 8. When we get to the holding for 4, I think maybe rather than thinking about holding, so you've breathed in, you've inflated this balloon, then maybe just think to stop rather than to hold. So we don't hold too much tension. Just stop breathing for the count of 4, and then exhale for 8. And the idea of that is to be quite relaxed about it, but quite controlled. It can be a tricky one to control an exhalation for that length of time, but give it a go. Try and be as relaxed as you can while you're doing it. So we need to get into sync again. So when we're ready, exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, stop, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, stop, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, stop, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, stop, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, stop, 2, 3, 4, out, 2. The next round, we're going to hold for a count of 7. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then out for 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last round in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just take some nice, easy, relaxed breaths. Check in with yourself, see how's that made you feel? What are the changes that's gone on? So we're getting towards the end of the session now. I could end with the 3 rounds of the physiological sigh. So this is where we're mimicking a natural sigh. So what we do for that is we're going to breathe in through our nose, then I do a tiny little snatch, top it up. This can be a big breath as well, right into the chest if you want, and then we just sigh it out. So when you're ready, breathing in, top it up, sigh it out. Then again, breathing in, top it up, sigh it out. Last one, breathing in, top it up, and sigh it out. Thank you very much for joining me this evening for Breathing Buddies. I hope that's done the trick, whatever that needed to be.